I usually would never do a broadcast of this particular game. I never thought it was something that I would just broadcast for shits and giggles. But I had to make a broadcast of this right now to warn people not to purchase this game. The game is a buggy mess. It was $20, and I definitely feel like I should be getting a refund for this. So, first off, let's start off with some of the B crap. There's a cartographer in this game, which shows you where you are on the map. I'm in between those two skulls. See that little red spot on the top left quadrant in the middle? That is me. I need to get to the island over, see where the right skull and crossbones is? I need to get to the island directly to the left of that. So I need to head, as you see, the north is not pointed straight up. Of course, it's pointed at the 1 o'clock position for some reason. Wonderful game already. And so I need to head pretty much straight east with a little bit south. Okay. When this game came out, it had crazy amount of bugs. The game would crash when you would save the game. When you go to save the game, it would just crash. So I got in the process of saving every 5 minutes, because you could do an hour's worth of gaming and, you know, survival stuff and all that, and then go to save your game, and then the game would just crash. It's gone through its 4th update of bug fixes. Today was that update. I just installed it, and so I thought, wow, okay, things might not be so bad. There were issues with getting on and off your raft. There is still no steering of a raft. There are certain things in the game that are labeled that you can build that there's no code for. You can't actually build it. There's stuff on the PC version that's not on this version that makes things a lot more difficult to deal with, and we're about to see exactly what I'm talking about right now. This is the PS4 version. On the PC, there was a item called container shelves, in which means you could make these shelves and you put your little container boxes on them and they'd be secure. You could actually put these shelves on your boat and they would be secure. On the PS4 version, they did not offer container shelves. Well, through YouTube videos, we have found a way to kind of make a deeper part in your boat, so you could kind of put a container shelf in there, and as long as you drove carefully, you wouldn't lose your container shelves. You spent a lot of time working and putting them in there correctly, and just so they'd be wedged in. So here I am on this island. I'm all done. I just saved it. Okay, my boat is across the way over there, and we're about to show you what has been happening every time I've loaded in. As I try to leave this island and go to my island to go do all my crap, this is what I face. I'm thinking about waiting until daytime. This is going to be after my next reload, but I wanted y'all to see what I'm going through. So we're going to come around this corner, and you're going to see my boat in the distance. Okay, there's my raft. It's a big old party barge because I had to put all my crates on it. It would be nice if I had container shelves so I wouldn't have to build it the way I did. But watch what happens as I get close. Remember, this is an updated fix to the game. They just updated and fixed it to the game to stop the game from crashing when you reload into the game. So right about when I get about 15 feet away from the boat, that was a soft one. That one wasn't as bad as they've been. But every time I get close to the boat, it launches my shit. So I think it's these container panels. So I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these things, so you can kind of see what I'm dealing with. But all these crates, I had them all perfectly lined in and nice and neat and the thing, and it's a bitch to move them because you have to kind of like do this and kind of wedge it and let things fall, and things want to, you know, it's just very, very inconvenient, especially when it doesn't even need to happen, when the game should have had the proper items in the game itself, hence container shelves. So I'm gonna have to sit here. Thankfully it wasn't as bad this time as it's been, but now I have to sit here and kind of work my way. That's another part. And then of course, if you try to get on your raft from underneath it, it will throw the boxes itself also. So yeah, this game sucks There it goes again. Watch. Now, if I try to jump on. So I did lose one crate. I don't know what was in it, but I'm not going to bother looking for it just yet. I hope it wasn't with my... So yeah, I have to redo this all over again because of the glitch in the game. Thankfully, it didn't go as crazy as it could have gone. Because the last 2 times, I mean, it just launched the freaking raft up into the air. And I lost everything. Everything flew out. So I got very fortunate on this time. But still, it's unnecessary. It's a bunch of bull that it happens. But hey, that's... So... You can see I had to kind of make a smaller dip area just to fit these crates in. Because the game doesn't have container shells. And if I hit the R2 button to push, it'll launch everything out of this boat. Like you can pull your crates or you can push them. The pull works very softly. If I push, it'll throw everything out of this boat for some stupid reason. It's like I got Hulk arms on pushing, but little strangling arms on pulling. So it is what it is. So apparently I got them all in there kind of good. I'm going to try to go down here, see if I can find the one that flew. There it goes. All right. Oh. Okay. So now I have to go east, right? Which is that way. Unfortunately, in this game, the rudder is worthless. So you pretty much have to come out to your boat. Oh yeah, and you know how my boat's really big? I kind of try to make it smaller since I had everything I needed. Yeah, you can't break down the boat. You have to build a whole brand new boat. So we're going to attempt, yes. You also, this is how you move your boat around. You actually have to get in the water and pull it because it's worthless. And as soon as I let go of it, it's gonna cruise as fast as it can back to the shore. I did turn off the sharks. You have to turn off the sharks because going out just to do this, to move it, a shark will attack you. I only turn on the sharks when I'm gonna hunt the sharks because other than that, it's just a big old pain in the ass. So here we go. We're gonna try to get on it. Lower that before it pulls me back to the... Okay. I can't look at my compass while I'm working that, so I have to let go of that. So we need to head east, which is that direction, right there. Watch how long it takes me to try to turn this boat that way. It won't turn at all. Like I can have my finger pushing on the left for an hour, and it won't. It'll maybe move 2 inches to the left. So, not a very fun game, but I just wanted to make sure I shared that little bit of the boat exploding with all my crates that I spent all that time putting in there correctly, labeling them and all that stuff just because the game's junky. All right, that's what I wanted to share with you. I don't think anyone wants to see me just heading east for fucking 5 hours. I bought the boat motor. I didn't buy it. I built the boat motor. Probably on day 50. I'm on day 104. I've still not yet been able to use it because I had to get potatoes, and that was just a whole other freaking headache altogether. I've got potatoes in my crate right now, but if I don't make it to my island in time, they'll spoil, making them useless. So, yeah, be careful with this game. Oh. The game does glitch like that from time to time also. So we'll see what happens. We'll see y'all later, maybe in some more Last of Us. I'm back to some wings. Thank you for joining me. This game sucks.